probably the toughest session yet in this single here at Strathclyde Park. Absolutely fantastic prep for trials. Oh, you!
Hello YouTubers, we've got a bumpy day today here at Strathclyde Park. Like I just said, out there, great prep for trials, actually to be able to try and row in all conditions, because remember, rowing is a rowing sport. It's out there on the water and you have to be able to row in any conditions that are on the day of your pieces. Today we have some lovely prep to do in preparation for trials coming up this weekend. So we're going to go out there now after a pre-paddle for the warm-up, before the warm-up. Get out there, warm back up to do some pieces, like I said, in preparation for trials coming up. So some interesting water, but again, we have to be able to row in any conditions that we are given. So let's get to it. And we have made it off the water, and what an interesting session it was. So here at Strathclyde Park, it doesn't have to get that windy to make the water absolutely heinous. And it wasn't that windy today, maybe around about 20 mile an hour winds, straight crosswind, so it's pushing the water across the park, especially in the middle of the lake. It makes it very choppy. It's quite open, and so the water gets very bouncy. And doing the pieces through that bounce, it kind of gives you a little bit of a hit in the confidence, because you're thinking you're going quite well, and then you hit that bounce and you're, oh my goodness, I'm all over the shop and what's going on, and the speed slows down. You're thinking, oh, I need to go faster because I've got trials coming up, and you're, ah. But like I said, rowing is a rowing sport, and you have to be able to try and go as fast as you can regardless of the conditions. So on the one hand, it's quite good to get these pieces out the way now. Not out the way, but experience the slowest of conditions, or the worst conditions that I'll hopefully be rowing in, so that when it comes to the weekend, they'll hopefully be better, and I can think, okay, if I rowed in that, then I should be able to row in better conditions. But on the other hand, like I said, it's a hit to the confidence and thinking, oh, I would have really liked to see a fast time or fast splits, or feel like I'm rowing really well prior to trials. But at the same time, you don't really want to do your best before your assessment. You don't want to go out and do world record pace, and then you get to do the assessment and you end up way off world record pace. No, I'll be aiming for world record pace at all. But it's a case of you want to set yourself up well in the pre-trials prep, and then do as best as you can in the actual trials or the actual assessment. And that goes with anything. You don't want to do your best before any race that you might have, or before some test that you might have. You want to do your best on that test. So the tests, or the trials this weekend themselves, is going to be a 1900 meter time trial. So when I say time trial, it's basically 1 by 1, not side by side, and then that's in the morning, and then in the afternoon is going to be a side-by-side race that will be seeded off of the time trial. So basically, you get one chance in the time trial to go as fast as you can, to then place yourself in the best final that you can be placed into. So you don't really have another chance of, say, a repechage or another semi or anything. It's time trial, finals, done. One day. Usually it's there'll be semis or heats or time trials, but with everything going on, shorten it into one day, and that's all we will be doing for trials this time. And it'll be interesting because I know some people do better with time trials, just going all by themselves. There's nothing around them. They go as fast as they can, that's it. But other people do much better when they see people next to them in the lane next to them and they're pushing them along, and that gets them going faster than the time trial. But obviously the time trial is first, so you're going to have to just go as fast as you can regardless of what you prefer, and just see how you get on. And hopefully you guys can come along with me on the journey. So it's probably going to be like the last video, where it's going to be over a few days, just going through sort of what I do through trials, kind of like things like what I might eat, or how I do a little bit of prep for the trial stuff as well. So hopefully that kind of thing may be able to help you if you're coming up to a trial or a test or a race or whatever it is, and you can maybe use some of those things to help you go as fast as you can for your pieces. But that will be it for today's episode, Yam Squad. Not the most ideal of prep, like I said, but it's good to get those things out of the way so that I'm more ready for the pieces this weekend. So, as always, Yam Squad, remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I will see you in the trials episode. Oh, you.